Hi, so we're back with part two, or not part two, but the next installment of my series of videos that I just want to talk about my mental illness admission to the hospital and stay at the hospital and journey and stuff like that. And sometimes I just kind of get random thoughts about my experiences and then I'll share them on YouTube and maybe I'll find out if anybody else can relate to me. And if you hear noise, it's the budgies. It's those guys. I can't get them to be quiet, so we're just gonna go with it. Oh, that's crooked. Okay, so last time we left off, how should we do this? Okay, I need this. Yikes. Okay. So I made it to the psych ward after that terrible emergency room experience. And this is my second hospitalization because this one was a lot more like intense. This was 2 months compared to 2 days. So get into the psych ward and they wheelchaired me up. And I know this was a delusional thought, but I thought that like I had like police officers following and it was like a high security room change, and I think they only had extra security because of what happened to me in the emergency room. And I felt like, what's going on? I just remember like being in and out of like feeling conscious, and I might have been some Ativan that they put me on. Oh, I have a funny story about Ativan. When I was, maybe I mentioned this in my last video. Well, I don't know. I don't think I did. When I was in the emergency room, they gave me an Ativan to calm me down after that whole arrest. And I took it in my mouth and I'm like, this is not Ativan. And I threw it out. And they're like, Mariah, we're going to give you another one. Keep it underneath your tongue. I was like, fine, but you're just trying to poison me. Not true. Another delusional thought there. So that's probably why I was a bit doozy, whatever. So I got taken up to the psych ward by the wheelchair, and I got into a high observation room. There's only 3 rooms like that in the unit, and I believe there's at least 25 people in the unit. So that just kind of puts it into perspective. You have to kind of be new or really like on high watch or whatever. I wasn't suicidal. I was just very sick in other ways. And my first day there, I was like, I think I'm gonna be arrested. Because what they do when you become a formal patient, and to become a formal patient, you have to be there against your own will. But here's the deal. I went to the emergency room on my own, but I don't know. I don't understand it. It's still confusing to me. I was considered a formal patient. They give you papers, and one of the papers says like, you have rights. And I had to sign something, and I was so sick, I couldn't sign without like doing that. I was just so exhausted. I don't think I had slept in at least 3 days at that point. So it's just so stressful when you get in there. It's like, I've never experienced something more stressful in my entire life. Nothing. When you think, well, I'll get to this, but when you think you're gonna die, I mean, I don't think there's anything more stressful than that. And I mean, seriously thinking I was going to die. I'll get into that later. What time am I at? Oh, I've been rambling for four minutes. Oh well, we can always have more videos, right? So I got my high observation room because they had to observe me, and I kept thinking they were trying to punk me. Like, oh, what can I say? Like, they do rounds, the nurses, and they check up on you, and they check you every 15 minutes. So every minute somebody's coming in, hello, or not like that. They don't even say anything. So you're like, hi, you can like say hi to me, but they just like usually just look at you and make you feel really weird. Yeah, that was really weird. So I want to talk about the first night. I don't remember what happened during the day. I think I didn't sleep, but I was probably walking around on Ativan, and I think no, I didn't meet the doctor yet. Oh, okay. I have so many ideas, but I forget. There's two things I'm going to talk about here. Whoops. Okay, so the first night I had a full-blown panic attack. I started coughing in my bed. This is how it started. There was a doctor I knew that was my psychiatrist from the previous, like throughout this whole time. I hope this makes sense. Was my psychiatrist before I got into the hospital. I saw him in the unit and it made me happy. I'm like, hi! And he came and talked to me, and then when he left, there was another doctor that came in. And I thought he was messing with me because he was talking really quickly. Turns out he just talked quickly. But to me, I thought, oh my goodness, you can stop now. Like, we're done here. And he's like, excuse me, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm like, we're done here. That's my line. I said that to the other psychiatrist. It was just what I did. Anyways, so I got really high from that experience. Something about the laughing, I got so high, I had popping in my head. Now this is part of psychosis, not the popping, but just quick highs and lows. I was so high it felt disgusting. I was like, I feel so good right now. It's like making me sick, like I was shaking. And then after the brain pops, then I went down and I felt, that's when that panic attack started. I was coughing. I could taste blood, and then I coughed a little bit of blood up, and I ran out of my room, and I was like, I need help, I need help. Oops, sorry if I'm flashing you. It's like, I need help. And one of the patients, who wasn't all that straight, he was a little crazy too, but that's okay, we all are. He was like, hey, this patient needs help, and I fainted on the floor. And they're like, Mariah, go back into your room. I'm like, am I hallucinating this? I think I just coughed blood. In fact, I did. Now it's making me cough. I did cough blood, but it wasn't that much. Oh. It wasn't, I think it was like, maybe it had a nosebleed and there was some residue. I don't know. Excuse me, might have to cut this story short here. But I laid in, they took my mattress off the bed. There's only a bed in this room. It looks like, the room looks like plain. There's nowhere you can injure yourself, and there's just one bed and one mattress. There's no blinds. There's nothing where you can make tools, anything to hurt yourself. So I lay down on the mattress on the floor, and they took my blood pressure. I believe it was 170 over 100 and something, and my pulse was climbing. It was like 100 to 110, 120. And they're like, we're just gonna leave this on you, and this will call a doctor. And I was like, I'm dying. Somebody poisoned me, and this is it. I'm not giving up. So I thought I was fighting for my life. I was trying so hard just to breathe. And my fingers and my feet started going completely numb. And I was like, it's taking over. And people kept walking in. They're like, hi. I'm like, help! I'm dying. They're like, no, you're just having a panic attack. I'm like, no, I'm dying. So a doctor came and shone a light in my eyes. And then I started to hallucinate. Whoa! I saw these weird patterns on the wall, like making all these weird things, and I was like, and they're like, so are you hallucinating? I'm like, no. But I was. A lot. I didn't know what was going on. I was so scared. The only way I got past that point was they ended up giving me some Ativan. And I was scared about taking that. I didn't want to become addicted. And, oh, by the way, if you don't know, Ativan is like a short-term relaxant. So it'll help you short-term, and it is effective for people that need it, but you don't want to take it all the time because you can form a dependence on it. So, yeah, the Ativan kicked in and I finally knocked out, fell asleep for about 3 or 4 hours. And then I woke up and it just got, well, I'll save that for the next video. I woke up and that was my first night, and I will share the rest of my days and whatever funny stories pop into my head. Okay, thank you. Bye.